Hey guys, this is Isaac from Sparta Numismatics, and today I thought I'd show you two very special coins in my Hammered collection, English collection. They include, they're both from Queen Elizabeth. She was born in 1533 at the Palace of Placentia. She was the oldest daughter of King Henry VIII, um, and she took over the crown from her deceased sister, Mary, also known as the moniker Bloody Mary, by the moniker Bloody Mary, and her husband Philip of Spain. Um, anyways, she ruled from 1558 to 1603, and she was also the first English monarch to have milled coins, and they started producing a few. Well, they trial run some of them. They didn't really start producing them in mass, not to my knowledge, and I may be wrong on that. But they started producing the first milled coins in 1561. Uh, some of the other denominations include of hers, not milled, but just hammered coins in general. Pennies, three pence, sixpence, shillings, and probably many more. I don't have the exact number, but some of the gold coins included sovereigns, angels, and half angels. Um, and I may be mispronouncing that as well, but anywho, what I have in front of me today are two interesting coins from her reign. Uh, we're going to start out with this one. If we can focus on that. This is a shilling from Elizabeth the First. The portrait's not in great shape, but you can see the outline of her face, the crown, the ruffles around her neck, which is probably my favorite. But anywho, yeah, like you are able to see her dress. I mean, the top of her dress and all that jazz. But at the top, if you see, I get a little bit closer, you can see a hand, and that hand is the mint mark at the very top. The 12 o'clock position is the mint mark. And they had several different mint marks. Um, they had a, they had, very, they had one particularly interesting and controversial mint mark showing a African at the top, which I'm not entirely sure if I think they used that mint mark for hers, but I know for sure that they used them on James the First. Um, and mint marks are good to tell what the date range would be. Now, some of the mint marks you can narrow it down to like 2 or 3 years. Um, this one was 1590 to 1592. I think I know it's. I looked it up originally, and now I've forgotten it, but it's 1592. I'm pretty sure is about around that. Is what I've deducted from previous research. But yeah. So the mint marks are interesting, narrowing down what what we can find on some of our coins, especially our larger denominations that don't have dates per se. But you see on the edge. Let me see if I can twirl it around here. Regina Elizabeth, um, DG Elizabeth by the grace of God. Um, so just I love the script on these old hammered coins. Unfortunately, I think this one I don't. It's been cleaned. You can tell by the marks, the scratch marks on it, which is unfortunate. But it's just so impressive holding huge hammered coins like this from well over almost 500 years old. Not quite, but anyways, here's the reverse, and it shows the fleur de lis on the left in the middle of the field of the coin. and then you have the lions, and on either side, it's kind of wore out on the top right, but and you see the hand mint mark again. But it's just a beautiful coin. Unfortunately, it's a stable, but you see a crack at the left, almost 6 o'clock position. But just an interesting coin nonetheless. I mean, look how huge it is, in my hand. But that's enough of this shilling, me geeking over the shilling. If I can grab this in my hand now. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it's showing her head. Now this is a much smaller denomination. And it's a 3 pence. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, it's a 3 pence of Elizabeth. There again, Elizabeth the First, and there again on the you can see her portrait with the ruffles. Much better, a little bit better portrait. You see the rose mint mark, which tells about, well, yeah. Well, you see the rose, the Tudor rose. Sorry, that's not the mint mark. My apologies. The mint mark is up again at the top, and you probably really can't see it. Keeps on sliding around, but it's a castle. And I haven't really looked that up, but the reason I haven't is that the dates on the back for this one, the 3 pence. I believe this. Well, I know the 6 pence have the dates on the back. I'm not sure on the pennies, but I don't have any in my collection right now. I'm just slowly building up. But there again, you can see Regina Elizabeth, by the grace of God. And you see, as you said, you can see her nose. Some of these portraits for Elizabeth, I believe, are quite ugly. I'm sure by Tudor standards, or weren't that bad. But she had a very interesting life, to say the least. She had mercury poisoning, where they did, and some of the other poisonings where she wore that heavy makeup, and her teeth was supposedly, very decayed, and she was basically looked wretchedly in her last, 20 years of ruling or whatever. But anyways, not to get on another nerd tangent, here's the reverse. Let me see if I can move it around a little bit more. And obviously the reason I didn't look up that mint mark previously was because it's dated 1571. We stated earlier that she started her reign in 1558, so this is, 13 years into her reign. So not a, kind of an interesting time. I kind of like looking at the times and what the dates. I mean the dates and what the corresponding events would have been. But yeah, you see the fleur-de-lis on the reverse again. See if it can focus. Fleur-de-lis, and then the lion, the English lions. Now they signify the the possessions of France and England together. They still had some, they claimed some possessions in the north of France even still at this point, although it's more kind of a name only, I believe, at this point. But yeah, just an interesting little coin. I'll zoom out and show you, not much, but I'll show you the size difference of both. Like, look at that size difference. Quite a big difference. But anyways, if y'all want to stay tuned for my other videos, just like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. And I plan on really diving back into my English collection, especially hammered collection. I was originally collecting hammered coins, English coins, from early last year, but I wanted to get back into it now because I have collected it and then sold some of the coins, and then now I regret it. So I have bought some more, and they will be arriving in the next few weeks. and I'll do a video on them when they come. But I might do some more videos on my extensive Georgian collection. Well, I say extensive, but it's extensive for me. But yes, anyways, if y'all want to like and subscribe, and and stay tuned for my other videos. Thank you all so much, and a happy 4th of July. Bye bye.